let's travel back. I'd like you to travel back in a time in history where you were in a position to be put in a position of a decision maker. It could be a hiring position, it could be a nonprofit, it could be when you were growing up, and someone had to allow you or select you for that title. Now what happened if you travel back in time, think about that experience. The person across the table from you was not sitting and saying, is she capable of stocking the shelves? Is she capable of moving tires around? Could she fill out forms? The person across the table from you was saying, I wonder if this person has the ability to create a new future, to make a better future for the organization or the group that you're working with. If you were the one who was selected to take on that role, you were paid to think. You were hired to think. We have this belief that business is about creating those big initiatives, those big wins. But the majority of business we do, we don't lose by a kilometer or a mile. We don't lose by a huge margin. Most of the opportunities we lose are small. For example, you didn't call back that customer when they called. You didn't analyze the data well enough and create a spreadsheet that was accurate. You didn't put a logo on the top of a proposal and the client said, somebody else had done a better job. In business, we actually run into that more than we can imagine, but we're so focused on these big wins. How do we bring in social networking? How do we change our structure? What's the next new product we have to develop? And yet, most of the opportunities already exist right in front of you. We need cyclonic time, and we need leaders to spend more time thinking and less time doing. More time thinking and less time doing. Because the mistake that you make, you lose by a nose. You get someone to move into action, and yet you haven't thought it through. I'm not a great cook, so if you were going to give me instructions on how to do something, saute, I hope you give me great instructions. Mark or Venus, she might be a great cook. Well, sauteing is her expertise. She wouldn't need all those instructions. But the better I am at leading, the more I'm going to know the people. I'm going to put myself in her head and then be able to give her the tools that she needs. If you're great at leadership, this is the cyclonic